Hey lovelies, this is the original Serpentine Lodge and now it's time to get rid of it because I will build the new one in the speed build. I will also announce a giveaway in this video because there's a lot to celebrate 1 year. So now it's time to build and I hope you will enjoy this video. Welcome to a special. This is the 1 year anniversary special on this channel. I decided to recreate one of my builds and this is something that I've never done before and I'm super excited for this. So it's been 1 year and I'm kind of a nostalgic person. I'm also someone who likes to celebrate things and I just felt like this is the perfect idea. So I have never recreated any of my builds, but I felt like doing it for two reasons. The first reason is that it's the first ever build that I've shown on this channel. It was my very first speed build and the whole process was kind of crazy and it was quite difficult at first. I'm going to talk about this in a minute. And the second reason is that so much has changed. We got the terrain tools, we got new packs, new free objects. A lot happened in The Sims 4 within this 1 year span. So I wanted to see what I could do with all the new stuff, and also I have kind of changed and improved as a builder. When I'm looking at the original Serpentine Lodge, I don't know, I just thought, oh my god, I would never build this nowadays, not like this. I mean, some of the windows didn't align in the back. I hated the interior, or I hate it now. I think that parts of the exterior are kind of bland and it's lacking detail, and it's just something that is so different from what I would personally like to build nowadays. And I think it's crazy how much I have kind of changed as a builder within 1 year. I always kind of try to push myself. Also because of you guys always give me very helpful feedback, constructive criticism, and I have been pushing myself in the last 12 months and kind of improved and changed, and I felt like, how have I really changed? How much have I improved? And how would I approach a build like this today? So I kind of wanted to have a comparison, and I felt like that this is kind of perfect for a 1 year anniversary because this is kind of wrapping it all up. This is kind of the summary of 1 year, 1 year of lots of builds, 1 year of improvement, new content. So here we are recreating Serpentine Lodge. So I want to talk about this build and how it kind of came about back then. So I decided to start this channel and I wanted to build something that is kind of unique and different. And I wanted to build something that is a lot of fun and not like a completely basic house. So I decided to build a lodge, or at least a build that kind of resembles a lodge in a way because it's not really a proper lodge. And I wanted to include the bridge in the center and the small building on the right side, just lots of fun elements. And the eye catch of this build is definitely the pool cave. This is what I called it back then, the little pool cave. So there is a pool at the bottom and then the little balcony is over the pool, and I used rocks to create some columns, so this kind of made it look almost like organic architecture or something. And it was something that was quite special, I think, for me at least, because this was the first time that I really stepped out of my comfort zone and that I tried to create something that's a bit different. And actually back then I planned this build over the course of, I think, 3 days or something. Today I'm not doing that anymore, but it was just so different. And because this is a 1 year anniversary video, I kind of want to talk about this, how I started, how the channel started, and how kind of everything happened. So I started to plan this build and I just went on a, I think, 64 by 64 lot, an empty lot, and I just started to build something. And I worked quite hard on this and combined a couple of ideas that I had in my head, and then eventually I developed the idea for the pool cave, and this is how the Serpentine Lodge came about. So I have actually an old screenshot that I took back then, and in the background you can see another build, and this is kind of on the big lot that I just mentioned, where I just started to build something and combine ideas. I really loved to do that back then, and I was super excited and maybe even a bit scared because it was my very first speed build, and I don't know, was kind of excited when I pressed the record button. You kind of, I don't know, I just felt kind of in a hurry. I felt like I need to have a plan in my head, so it kind of all works flawlessly and I could record it and I would just build and that's it. I didn't want to stop every kind of 10 minutes, and I don't know, but I think that is something that a lot of new Sims YouTubers experience, at least some. You kind of press record and then you kind of feel like you're in a hurry and you're kind of stressed, and this totally goes away. It kind of becomes so natural and you just build and you have fun, and then at some point, if you don't like the build, you just discard it. There's so many builds that I have built, recorded, fully furnished, and I've never used them. I never published the video, I never uploaded them to the gallery because eventually I wasn't happy. This is kind of how I do it now, but back then I really planned this build for a couple of days and I built it almost completely and then I rebuilt it in the speed build. And this is how this build kind of came about, and it was kind of an instant success for a completely new channel. I shared it on Facebook in a Sims group. I still like to do that because I love these groups. There's so many amazing Simmers. And it was kind of a great success, and I was really happy with that, and it kind of pushed me to try more things. And in the beginning everything is kind of a little bit scary and you have no idea what to do and what your community, you don't even have a community in the beginning, would like to see. And this is, I don't know, but this kind of makes me nostalgic. Also, you saw the old channel intro in the beginning, and the music that I used in that video, I'm using it for this speed build as well, was kind of my default speed build music. So I kind of wanted to use this music for this video as well. But what is the gist here? Well, the gist is that if you feel like creating a channel, if you feel like streaming, just go for it. I sometimes receive DMs where people are asking me for advice, which programs to use and how to start, kind of. And I always help. My DMs are always open. And sometimes some Simmers are like, yeah, but I've never done this before. And I don't know, but for me it was the same. I had no experience in making videos or anything. So just follow your heart and do what you love and just have fun with it, because at the end of the day, this is what this is all about. So I just kind of wanted to say this because this is something that I have taken away from this 1 year. Also, because it's time to celebrate, I want to have a little giveaway. You can win 1 key for The Sims 4 Island Living for PC. You can enter now. You just have to type join into the comments. You don't have to do anything else. You don't have to subscribe. You don't have to follow me. Of course, I always appreciate that and I'm always very happy about that. But you don't have to do that, because when I'm making these kinds of giveaways, I just want to give something back. I want to say thank you, so I don't want to receive anything from you guys. So you just have to type in join into the comments. You have time to enter the giveaway until August 14. I'm going to write this in the description box so you can read it. But yeah, and as I said, you can win 1 key for The Sims 4 Island Living for PC. Good luck to anyone who likes to enter the giveaway. And I also plan to have a little shell challenge. A couple of you have already asked me if I would like to do that, and I'm planning to do that probably in the next week at some point. I want to build a shell. I'm going to upload it to the gallery, and then you guys can download the shell and you can decorate the exterior and add some stuff and furnish it, and then you re-upload it to the gallery with a hashtag. And then I'm going to take a look at all these submissions, and then I'm going to pick 1 build that is going to receive a key. I'm not sure what exactly. Maybe Island Living, maybe something different. I don't know. I just figured with this giveaway at least that Island Living would make sense because it's the newest expansion and this is probably the pack that most people don't have yet. So I don't know, we will see, but there is going to be a shell challenge. I just feel like celebrating and having a bit of fun here. So as you saw, I created many elements that belong to the original Serpentine Lodge. So a lot of things here I would have done different, but I kind of had to stick to the original build in a way. So there's kind of the main building on the left side, then there's the small building on the right side, and I built the bridge, but I changed the roofing completely. I also added a little roof in the front, because when I took a look at the original Serpentine Lodge, it was just kind of so bland. I felt like the facade was just so boring, so I changed that. But generally the build is really similar. Also the pool cave, of course, and there is an indoor pool, as you just saw, which is really interesting. And in the little build on the right side, there will be a little barbecue area, some type of barbecue hut. I included a barbecue grill and a table, and then on top of it, which is really weird, but this is how I did it in the original Serpentine Lodge, and I kind of wanted to do it the same here, there is a bathroom. So the bridge at the top connects the indoor pool with the bathroom. I don't know, but I felt like it makes sense to just kind of include a bathroom to the pool area if it's needed, or if you want to take a shower after being in the pool or before, I don't know. So this is kind of how I did it in the original one, so I felt like this is kind of a funny piece that I wanted to keep for this build. And here I'm working on the interior, and as I said, I don't really like how I furnished this house originally, and the reason for that is because back then, before I started this channel, I played with tons of CC, and I focused a lot on the interior before that. So when I started this channel, I kind of figured out what I could do with the exterior, but before that I used a lot of CC, and I had a lot of fun to furnish houses. But once I got rid of my CC, it was so difficult for me to furnish something. I mean, we have many packs, there's a lot of furniture, but I was kind of stuck in a really kind of modern CC style kind of interior, so it was super hard for me, and my early interiors aren't the best, and I'm still improving. Honestly, I'm definitely not the best. I'm always working hard on this to get the interior right, so it looks kind of homey and cozy and beautiful. It's not always that easy. It's something that I definitely have to work on still, but I prefer this interior here over the other one. Of course, I'm also using lots of amazing stuff that we got. These are counters that are part of Island Living, for example, but I think even if I would have only used the packs that I used back then, it would have probably looked better, just because I just kind of got more experienced, I would say. I used a lot of wood to kind of keep the look of a lodge, and the floor is also part of Island Living. I just wanted to make it look really natural. There are, I think, 4 bedrooms, if I'm not wrong. There's a lot of space for a big sim family, and there is a garden in the back, so there's a lot of space to just kind of hang out and have fun in this build. Also, in this video, I of course want to take time to say thank you so much, and I mean this with all my heart. When I started this channel, I don't know, just didn't know what would happen. I didn't know if anyone would watch, I didn't know if anyone would subscribe. And I'm just kind of over the moon what this channel has become. Like when I started, and this is kind of the same for anyone, I guess, in the beginning you feel like you are talking to yourself, which is the same when you're starting streaming, because there's just no one really watching, and even those who watch don't leave comments or like or something. It feels like there is no community yet, because there is no community yet. Of course, you're just starting out, no one knows you, no one kind of knows who you are and what you are building. It's just one video or two, and you just kind of have to start somewhere, and this is kind of really difficult in the beginning, because there isn't even a community that you are kind of building for. You kind of ask yourself, what would my viewers like to see, but you don't even have steady viewers, if you know what I mean. And then at some point when your channel grows, you kind of have a community, and this is kind of the most amazing thing ever. This means the world to me, really. I mean, all the constant support, and then when you kind of read the same names over and over again, and then you read new names, new viewers, people who have never left a comment before and that are just lurkers maybe. I appreciate all of that so much, and it just makes me so happy, and I would have never expected anything like this a year ago, and I'm just so grateful. I'm just so excited, and this is kind of what makes all of this so fun. It's just amazing. I'm just over the moon, and I'm so grateful. And I know that I'm kind of making this a big deal here, but as I said, it just felt like celebrating this, and I have never really talked about the beginning of this channel and all the struggles that kind of came with it and all the good things. But I felt like this is the perfect video to talk about these things, because in a speed build you usually just talk about what you're building, where you're building it, and maybe just something that happened, I don't know, some real life stuff, little life updates and all that, but usually it's not the place to talk about these things. But I thought like this is the video to say thank you, to give something back, and to just kind of talk about my experience with this, and maybe someone can kind of take away something from this, because there are so many Sims YouTubers out there, which is amazing. I love this community so much, and there's so many people who are just starting out, or who may want to start out, and even those who don't plan to make videos may find this kind of interesting, because I feel like it's kind of a look behind the scenes. And as you guys know, I love this stuff, movies, anything. I always want to know what's going on behind the scenes, so this is kind of the video where I'm kind of allowing you a glimpse behind the scenes. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and now at the end of the video, which is approaching, I did not include screenshots, but I included little clips that compare the original build with the new build. You can see the front, the back, and the interior, so you can kind of see what's going on. And if you want to, you can totally leave a comment down below and let me know which one is your favorite Serpentine Lodge, the original one or the new one. I'm totally curious to kind of know what you are thinking about this. If you think that this one is better, or maybe the other one, or maybe only the interior is better now but the old exterior was better, just let me know this, and I hope I see you in the next video. I hope you have a fantastic week, and bye bye.